Hi there, Kelly Twigger here with ESI Attorneys and eDiscovery Assistant. I wanted to take a few minutes this afternoon to share with you a win that we had recently here for a client in using the exact application that I'm often talking to you about in terms of focusing on the ESI that you need to be able to win a case. And in this particular case, it was an employment dispute in which our client was the former employee of, we'll just call it ABC Corporation, and she left that company and went to another company, XYZ, who was also a competitor. And in the process of leaving, during conversations with the client, once we were brought into the case, we learned that she had gone in for 2 days prior to quitting her job and set all of her projects to rights. So she had uploaded documents to the various systems that were used within the company to keep track of the information on the projects that she was working on, with the goal of having those projects being in order for the next person to be able to pick them up, because she knew, based on previous experience, that when she told her boss she was leaving the company, she would be escorted out the door. And she had wanted to make sure that things were taken care of. So the first thing that we did when we were brought into the case was to sit down and talk to the client so we could really understand what the systems were that we were talking about, what the actual facts were of the case, and to really think about how we could use ESI to be able to tell her story. And so what we did is work with the outside counsel to be able to craft discovery responses, specifically asking for issues related to the alleged theft of trade secrets that she had engaged in. And so what we asked for were the audit logs of the systems that she had created the information for. So as I mentioned earlier, the client's story was that she had uploaded all this information in order to get all her projects in order. And so we asked for the audit logs of those particular systems to see when she was logged in, what the actions were that she took, what the documents were that were uploaded to be able to prove her story. We also used the conversation with the client to really focus in on the email addresses that she knew folks would have used in communication. So we didn't just ask for business email addresses. We were very specific about email addresses for individuals that she knew because she was a former employee of this company for 19 years. And so we really focused in those discovery requests to say to the other side, there is a story here that you have not investigated, and it does not add up to a theft of trade secrets claim. And we sent off those discovery requests. Again, this was a shortened schedule because there was a preliminary injunction based on the temporary restraining order that the plaintiff had sought. And so that shortened schedule meant that we only had a limited number of discovery requests. So we used very carefully executed discovery requests to demonstrate to them that there was a story here they were not aware of. And within 2 days of receiving our discovery requests, the first call came from the plaintiff to try and resolve the case, and the matter was resolved 2 days later. So we avoided costs for the client on having to engage for the preliminary injunction, and the matter was resolved so that both of the businesses could move forward. So that's just one idea of how, if once you understand the systems that are being used by your clients, you can use that ESI to win. Those audit logs would have greatly backed up the client's story as to the information she was providing. So I just wanted to share that one quickly with you to give you an idea of what we talk about when we say you can use eDiscovery to win. Hope that helps you in your practice, and we'll talk to you soon.